Coming up, the Valdosta Police Department has arrested one of their own.
And police are investigating a number of armed robberies that have happened in the last several days.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Ariana Pinnell.
And I'm Najari Mathis. A former Valdosta police officer is in jail today following charges filed last week. Last Wednesday, the police department became aware that a shotgun collected by Officer Trey Gandy while on call had not been turned into the department's property of evidence collection. That's when Chief Brian Childress ordered the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to look into the matter. After questioning last Thursday, the department charged Gandy with theft by taking, violation of oath of office, and tampering with evidence. He was fired from his job and transported to the Lowndes County Jail.
A man told police he was attacked and robbed on Sunday, January 25th, by 3 men at a party in Blanton Commons. Another victim reported being robbed by 3 men later that same morning. Investigators don't believe any of the crimes are connected. Police are reminding everybody to travel in pairs when going out after dark and carry a cell phone to use in case of an emergency. Now, if you know anything about these robberies, the city police wants to hear from you.
United States Attorney Michael J. Moore announced late last Thursday that a federal grand jury has returned a multiple-count indictment charging Raymond Lee Hendricks of Echols County, William Henderson of Lowndes County, and Tara Renee Hunt of Echols County with conspiracy to travel interstate commerce to sponsor and exhibit a dog in an animal fighting venture. If convicted, they could each face a sentence of 5-year imprisonment, a $250,000 fine, or both.
A city police officer sustained only minor injuries last week following what seemed to be a routine traffic stop. Last Thursday, about 4:30 in the afternoon, Valdosta police officer Donald Richmond stopped a driver on Moody Drive. When the driver began to drive off, Richmond lost his footing and was dragged over 700 feet until freed himself from the vehicle. Richmond called for help and gave a description of the vehicle. The vehicle was found abandoned at the interstate of University Drive and Seymour Street. Richmond sustained scrapes and abrasions to his arms and legs that require minor medical treatment. Anyone having information regarding this crime is urged to contact the Valdosta Police Department.
Last Thursday morning, around 11:15, a resident on Raiderside Road called 911 and reported the burglary of a neighboring residence. Deputies responded and upon searching the area apprehended 2 men. Damon McIntyre and Trayvon Mathis were arrested and taken to the Lowndes County Jail and booked on burglary charges. Sheriff Prine expressed his appreciation for the citizen that alertly noticed the burglary and called 911.
With a history of armed robberies occurring on Valdosta State's campus near the ATM, is the school finally planning to do something about the issue? Let's check in with our news reporter, Brittany Williams.
Over the past couple of months, multiple robberies have been reported here at Valdosta State University's University Center here at the ATM. The Bank of America ATM is the only ATM on the campus which attracts students and non-students from different hours of the day and even into the night, which is when the problem begins to occur. During the evening, the University Center is not highly populated, which leaves anyone who uses the ATM at that time to be a possible target of robbery. After much consideration and speculation, the school has finally decided to construct a new ATM on the campus's student union, starting today, which will continue for about 6 to 8 weeks. During that time, this ATM will continue to be in operation. With News Valdosta, I'm Brittany Williams.
When we come back, we'll tell you all about the shooting that left 3 people wounded in an apartment.
And we'll have a new development in the verdict for the Kendrick Johnson's family protest case.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Valdosta State University.
Quality academics.
Caring faculty mentors.
A beautiful campus.
Opportunities for involvement, leadership, and service.
Championship athletics, spirit and pride.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Following up with more police news, 3 people were found wounded after a shooting in an apartment about 1 o'clock in the morning Friday in an incident city police are still investigating. When police arrived on the scene, they found Travis Roberts, Cecilia Simmons, and Quentin King in an apartment, all of them with gunshot wounds. Investigators think the shooting was done in the self-defense by King, but that's still to be determined. Robert was charged with 2 accounts of aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and possession of a firearm by a felon. All 3 were taken to the hospital.
The family of Kendrick Johnson is appealing their conviction handed down in a local court last week. A 6-man jury handed down a guilty verdict last Wednesday, and Judge Mark Mitchell gave the Johnsons a 12-month suspended sentence as long as they do not get arrested for civil disobedience in the next year.
Last Thursday, the Lowndes County Commissions agreed that the county needs an additional trash hauler and collection center. Representatives from the Advanced Disposal and Deep, South Sanitation, attempted to reach a solution to solid waste collection issue in the county. The county agreed that it needs waste centers and that they will be operated by franchises.
This Friday, Wiregrass Georgia Technical College will join the American Dental Association to host the Give Kids a Smile event. This program was started in 2003 as a way to provide underprivileged kids with dental service. What began as a one-day event has grown to a series of national events at which dentists volunteer to screen and treat kids across the map. Space is limited, so an appointment is necessary. Please visit the Wiregrass Technical College website to learn more.
The Georgia Department of Labor says Valdosta's unemployment rate fell last month. The original unemployment rate was 6.8%, and it has since revised down to 6.7%. Even though unemployment rates are dropping, the number of area jobs has dropped as well. Metro Valdosta's job fell by 400 in December, but that didn't offset the overall job gains.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at our weather with Nick Self.
So stay with us.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Mondays, while the snacks Monday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Nick Self. Nick, what's in the forecast?
Happy Groundhog Day, Valdosta. Let's take a look at the forecast for the next couple of days. Looks like it'll be 6 more weeks of winter according to the groundhog Punxsutawney Phil. Around 7:30 this morning, the little guy crawled out of his hole and saw a shadow. I'm sure the folks up north aren't too thrilled about the idea of any more winter, but the groundhog has spoken. Sort of. Even though there was a high of 73 yesterday, today's high will only be around 61. This is due to Linus, the massive winter storm in the north. We'll be feeling the effects of Linus throughout the week. Today will be a little overcast with the occasional drizzle into the evening. Tonight, the temperature will drop to 30 degrees, with a 0% chance of rain. Anyone going out tonight will want to grab a jacket beforehand because you will get cold. Tomorrow morning will meet us at 30 degrees, so you might want to start those cars before heading to work. Progressing through the day, tomorrow will peak around 60 degrees, then cooling down to about 40 in the evening. The UV index is 1 out of 10 today, so you definitely don't need to worry about getting burned. The pollen count today is a whopping 1.1 out of 12. That's not high at all, so you guys with pollen allergies need not worry too much. That's all I've got. Back to you guys at the news desk.
When we come back, a GSC football player provides the biggest play in last night's Super Bowl. Sports with Lethea Washington is coming up next.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Valdosta State University.
Encouraging.
In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more, become more.
Valdosta State University.
Welcome back. Now let's check in with Lethea Washington for our local sports report. Lethea?
29 seconds remaining of the 49th Super Bowl between the Seahawks and the Patriots, there was a lot of intensity to Patriot Malcolm Butler's interception of a pass by Seahawk quarterback Russell Wilson. Just a year ago, Butler was at West Alabama and was an undrafted player with the Patriots. Last night, he played in the biggest game of his life. The Patriot cornerback robbed the Seahawks of a touchdown and essentially the Super Bowl itself. In the end, Butler played 18 defensive snaps in the game, helping the Patriots win by 28-24. Rivals Lowndes County and Valdosta High School battled to get the winning spot with a roaring crowd eager in the Valdosta High School gym Saturday night for the season's second edition of the Winterville Classic. The Vikings girls basketball team won Saturday's away game against Valdosta Wildcats by a score of 58-45. The Wildcats started the game with a run 4-0 and extended the run 6-2 to close out the first quarter and lead 14-8. However, the second quarter belonged to Lowndes. Valdosta made a run of its own in the third quarter, tying the game at 33 points with 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter. By the end of the fourth quarter, with a 13-point advantage, the Vikings were able to sit on the basketball and run out the final seconds. However, the Valdosta Wildcats men took the victory with a final score of 41-63. After holding a 9-point advantage going into the second quarter, Valdosta kept pouring in baskets while Lowndes County struggled to produce some of its own. The Wildcats pushed their halftime lead 29-16 and put together a 19-point third quarter to lead 48-27 going into the fourth quarter, putting any hope for Lowndes' comeback out of reach. The Lady Blazers of Valdosta State took their 10th victory over Lee University Lady Flames on this Saturday afternoon in Cleveland, Tennessee. VSU senior Maggie Davis scored a career high of 23 points, and April Thomas hit 5 three-pointers, facing a 4-point 63-59 deficit with just 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining. Omari Simpson scored on a power move near the basket to cut Lee University's lead to 2 points with a defensive stop, setting the Lady Blazers up with an opportunity to tie the game. Maggie Davis was fouled on a shoot attempt with 10 seconds remaining and hit 1 of 2, making the Lady Flames have a 1-point advantage with 8 seconds to go. Lee University freshman Shelby Brown missed a free throw attempt, and Davis made the game-changing play when she got the rebound, dribbled the length of the court, and hit the winning layup with just 2 seconds remaining, leaving the final score 64-63. On the other hand, the Valdosta men's basketball gave Lee University Flames a run on Saturday night, but came up just short in a 78-75 game in the Gulf South Conference. VSU kept the score close the entire game. During the last few seconds, the Blazers had a chance to tie the game on their final possession. The final attempt from the top of the arc by sophomore Josh Lemons hit the side of the rim as the final buzzer sounded. Over the weekend, the Valdosta State softball team started off their season great. This past weekend in the GSCU tournament, the Valdosta softball team defeated Columbus State in the doubleheader on Saturday. In the first game, winning 11-0, and in the second game, winning 5-4. In last night's doubleheaders, the Valdosta Blazers took on Georgia College and State Bobcats, losing the first game by 1, but winning the second game by 3. The softball team is now 3-1. That concludes today's local sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lethea. When we come back, we'll tell you all about UFO sightings in Valdosta.
So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Danse, balance sur la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out. When someone gives blood and a life is saved. That moment when heartbreak turns to hope. You're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies. And your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
The federal government has released a newly declassified document about 2 UFO sightings in Valdosta. A website called blackvault.com has posted the Air Force document. The first Valdosta sighting occurred on July 7, 1949, when a woman reported a bright reddish object in the southeast section of the city. She said it was in the shape of an electric light bulb with a small stem and that it eventually disappeared. The Air Force said the woman had a big imagination. Another sighting took place on July 19, 1949, when someone said they saw a reddish-orange ball of fire moving quickly before it slowed down. Investigators in that case said it appeared to be a launching of a German V-2 rocket instead.
Gas prices in Valdosta don't seem to be going down anytime soon. On Sunday, GeorgiaGasPrices.com did not list any gas dealers in Valdosta selling for under $2 a gallon. The lowest price listed was $2.01, 39 gas station prices were listed as selling at $2.10 or under. The reason may be because oil prices are up 7% recently, but have dropped since last June. U.S. oil prices are now about $47.71 a barrel.
That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Ariana Pinnell.
And I'm Najari Mathis. We'll see you tomorrow.